We're gonna see if I can go live while also recording over here. So let's find out. All right. We are live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's morning. We made it. Give thanks. Today is August 23rd, 2019. And I am so glad that you have chosen to chime in, view So Fresh So CLE. And I am your host. I am Eris, Eady. If you don't know me, I'm an artist, poet, activist from Cleveland, Ohio, and I just love my city. And so I decided to go ahead and do So Fresh So CLE one good time. We got a lot to talk about today. I want to say shout out to all my folks who are going live with me right now. I'm just glad that you decided to join me. Good morning, Liddy Pile. I'm so happy that you're here. All right, so the first thing we got to talk about, y'all, is there is so much new music out here. I'm so excited. So Missy Elliott dropped the album right at midnight. It is called Iconology. I hope I'm saying that right. And so she just dropped that. It's only like a 5-track EP. Go ahead and listen to it. It is nothing but a bounce. All right. Next up, y'all know who else dropped the album? Rapsody. The name of the album is Eve. I feel like she wrote that album for me since I am Eris Renee Eady, EVE. So I'm excited to get and dig into that as well. So make sure you're checking out Rapsody. Make sure you're checking out Missy Elliott. It's almost like 2 generations of hip-hop, just true to form hip-hop heads have just dropped us and blessed us just with great music. And, you know, for women in this industry, it is just not easy. And Missy has consistently set the tone for what great production looks like, what great videos look like, what great lyrics, great writing, great dancing, all of the above. And so, you know, I especially love Missy because she was like the first example of a dark-skinned black chick just doing it, owning her body, owning her pleasure. All of those things were written into her lyrics, and she looked like me. Y'all know I had some finger waves and some crunch waves in, what was that, 97. So I think it's been like 14 years since Missy dropped any music. So go ahead and make sure you're checking her out. Big Crit dropped the album a little bit ago. I'm just going to go ahead and mention that because I just saw that he's coming on tour. He's going to be coming to Cleveland as well. And so my song of the summer is Made It. I Made It. I Made. So if you haven't heard I Made or seen me singing that on my IG story, I don't know what you're missing, but go ahead and check that out. Next, Little Brother has a new album. It's been a smooth, 7 years or so, maybe a little bit more since Little Brother dropped a new album. And so this album is called May the Lord Watch. The interludes are like they have never missed a beat. The lyrics are like they have never missed a beat. The production is like they've never missed a beat. So if you just need a really good groove for your Friday ride, make sure you're checking out Little Brother. All right. Next up, I totally missed this. Raphael Saadiq got some new music for us, y'all. I'm too excited. I love Raphael Saadiq. That's all I ask of you. Y'all remember when he had braces? Remember when it wasn't raining in Southern California and all of that? But now Raphael is hitting us with Jimmy Lee. And this album, he's really talking about a lot of his trauma. He's talking about mass incarceration. And so I know that has to impact him being from the Bay Area and all of that. And so I'm excited to really dig into this album. In light-skinned news, Drake has a new album called Care Package. Full disclosure, I haven't listened to it yet. It doesn't have a whole lot of features on it. I think I saw a track by J. Cole, but like the first half of the album is all Drake and all of his light-skinned glory. So I'm going to get into that. Maybe next week I'll see how I felt, but it's Drake. And the last thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to new music, I always find a way to talk about some fair-faced things. So Taylor Swift, she apparently has a new album whose name I don't know and don't plan on trying to find out. But I think it's important to note that Taylor Swift is working on, she's probably going to end up re-recording all of her music. And so this is interesting because apparently, however contracts work and all of this type of stuff, she ended up being represented by the same person who represents Kanye West. Now, I just had that brief pregnant pause so y'all can insert all of my petty right there. You know exactly what I'm saying right then and there. But the fact of the matter is that she wants to own the masters to her music, which is important for any artist, no matter who you are or how, never mind, you are. I'm really trying to like reel all of my petty in and not give y'all my full-blown ratchet self. But someone suggested to her that she should just re-record her whole album, re-record it with new artwork and all of that, and encourage her fans to purchase those instead of the old recordings. I don't know logistically and the legalities of that, but it's smart. So just for all you upcoming artists, all of us who are creating content and things like that, you know, protect your neck, because, you know, this game is all about dollars and cents and numbers, and they don't care who the stuff really belongs to. They just want to be able to have it. All right. So, we got about 12 folks watching. Hey, y'all. I'm so excited that y'all are here. What I really want to do is do a couple of First World Fridays. So if you're watching right now, please go jump into the comments and tell me what your First World Friday problem is. I'm going to start telling y'all what happened to me last night, and I don't feel like this story is over. So last night I went live, and because when I pulled in the house from hanging with my friends and leaving my show at Maelstrom Arts, I see a huge, massive spider web, right? And I see a spider that's about yay big. It was about the size of like a toddler, right? And it was just hanging in the sky. Just hanging there in the wind. You know, I'm a little bit closer to the lake than it used to be, so the wind was just, you know, breaking every chain and trying to break every web and trying to fly over the door. And I was stuck. I was shook, y'all. I didn't know what to do. In that process, I go and I see there's another spider, but then two, there's a spider inside my car. So I killed a small spider inside my car, so I'm feeling like a G, right? And then there's another spider inside my car. So at this point, I'm like, I can't stay in my car because the spiders are coming in the car now, and I can't get out the car because there's two spiders the size of Montana about to be on my doorway. So y'all, I had stopped going live, but I started throwing stuff out of my car at the spider web, trying to break the spider web so it could stop flying. And so the spiders just ended up on my house. And so I think they're still out there. I think they probably cover my entire doorway. They're probably really, really upset with me. And so I just need y'all to pray that the spiders don't wind me up in their web, because I don't want to be spider prey. So last night I was trying to really figure out like who's on the food chain to handle the spiders. Like, I know the spiders are there to handle the flies, but I need somebody to handle these spiders. I need the circle of life to manifest itself and make itself present in my life, present and currently. So send those things my way, please, and thank you. All right. So I'm not seeing any First World Friday problems jump out right now. I'm going to put the post up later. But that was my first world problem that I'm still dealing with at this moment. All right. So, Power is back on Sunday on, what is that, on Showtime? Yeah. So I am the latest adopter of Power watchers, and thanks to Hulu being just really, really sneaky and just auto-playing stuff. Like, I've rewatched season 1 of Power probably about 3 or 4 times trying to get into this show, and I just could not get past season 1 to save my life. But Hulu was, was like, listen, Heffa, the last season is coming. You don't want to be behind. So it just started auto-playing, and one day it just caught me, right? And so I'm in it. I'm binging all of that good stuff, and now I am finally on time for Power Season 6. What is this? The final, whatever it's called. I want to see all the messiness. I'm ready for it. So on Monday, please trust and believe that I'm going to have myself a Power debrief, because this is the first time I'm on time for this show, but it's better late than never, right? So make sure y'all are watching and tuning in to Power this upcoming Sunday. I might even cook a little dinner and have a tiny watch party. Stay tuned for that. All right, so last but not least, we're just going to roll through some current events. I got a great deal of them. Some of them I don't have full command of, but like I said, most of my news sources come from Cleveland.com for the Cleveland updated news, and then I look at NPR as well for some headlines. So first thing, I know y'all have been getting harassed by every single scam likely phone number in the world. We've been getting all these crazy robocalls, all these crazy bill collectors, all these crazy people trying to call me, asking me for money for these student loans. I don't even know why they bothering me for real. Like, I don't got it. I'll put something on it, but leave me alone. So, phone companies have all come together. 9 different phone companies or more have come together to try to combat robocalls within all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. They see it as a real problem, so I'm hoping that we'll start to see some changes coming soon. This is especially important because we're going into election season, and it's really hard for people who are like me, who are organizers, who are going to be on the ground, who are going to be engaging folks to turn out the vote, to call and do phone banking when people already don't want to answer our calls because we get so many robocalls in other senses. And so we want to make sure that we're using those tools effectively. And so I'm hoping that this deal will reduce those scam likely calls. Because to be full disclosure, nobody's really checking for me anyway besides scam likely and bill collectors. And so, my phone might be a little bit lonelier. Touche. Recycling. Hey y'all, so apparently we're doing it wrong. Everybody's doing it wrong. So I need y'all to do better. We need to do better. I myself need to do better as well. So look at your local recycling restrictions, what you can recycle, what you can't recycle, and make sure that we are recycling, because we just gotta do better about our planet. We can't just it's not about going green and having the in vogue thing to do. Like, our planet is literally falling apart. We're having more deserts than not. The Amazon, which is 1/5 of our oxygen, is legit on fire right now. There's a cloud, like it's 2:00 in the afternoon and it looks like midnight out there. So we just have to do better. So we can start by doing tiny things like figuring out what the proper way to recycle in our communities are. All right. So turning to Cleveland news a little bit. So Landmark Commission approves plan to erect a giant Hulett Park on the lakefront. So Hulett, I'm not really sure how to say it. It used to be these big crane type things. There used to be over 70 of them, right? That used to unload all the shipping containers at the docks. And y'all know Cleveland used to be a big industry, big industrial, big steel town. A lot of people traveled through Lake Erie and stopped at Cleveland on their way to be able to distribute their goods. And so there's like a couple of those left, and they finally got approved to build a park down there. So what do we know that means? More gentrification. But we're going to see how it works out. I love public spaces in Cleveland. I love being able to engage in them. I spend a lot of time at Edgewater. I think it's beautiful what they have done with the new Edgewater. They're doing it all across this lakefront. And so I love that they're doing things to show our city and show the beauty of our city while integrating the history of it. But that I'm always still concerned about who is that going to impact. And so this doesn't look like a major impact, but it also has me thinking about that opportunity corridor and how that's kind of connected, even though they're not I don't think geographically they're close. They're on the other side of the town, but my brain is just always thinking about, like, what else are they coming for, and how can we reclaim our neighborhoods for the folks who really are from this city, who want to invest in this city, but need a lot more equitable support. So that is going on. Some other things that are popping in Cleveland. So the firefighters have sued the city of Cleveland, specifically their chief, for violating terms of charter and service rules. Apparently, one of the chief firefighters there, he has an Italian last name that I'm not remembering right now, but apparently he was doing some work behind the scenes trying to get Mayor Jackson elected, and so they're trying to call for Mayor Jackson to fire this dude. But why would he fire this dude if he was trying to help him get elected? I'm perplexed, but y'all can look up more of that information on cleveland.com, all right? So another thing, so a jail supervisor was arrested. So a Cuyahoga County's correction supervisor who pepper sprayed an inmate while being restrained to a chair. I know y'all heard about that. Is now accused of extorting a coworker by threatening to release videos of incidents in jail if the coworker refused to give a testimony that could support his defense. These Cleveland jails are trash. Super trash. And I'm grateful to every person and every organizer who works to get people bailed out. We know we need to really eradicate this bail system in general because things like this keep happening. And we just keep getting impacted. And y'all can see that, this supervisor, he has no shame about what he did. And he wants people to corroborate, like, exactly what he did. Not cool by a long shot. And so let's stay tuned to that. Also in the news, a United Church of Christ minister has just sued UCC. I don't know if y'all know the United Church of Christ denomination, their headquarters is actually here in Cleveland, downtown. And a minister sued because she said she endured racial and gender harassment. When it comes to nonprofits, flat out, I'm not surprised. At this point, I'm not surprised. I'm happy that she's been able to take her case as far as she's taking her case. A lot of folks don't have the resources and the ability to be able to do that. So I'm going to continue to watch that as a person who is interested just because I'm, just a church girl in general. I really appreciate the UCC denomination as a whole, and so I'm hoping that the folks that I love and know who work for UCC can I'm sorry, my phone just made noise out of nowhere. Where's my phone? Oh, turn that off. Sorry. I'm hoping that the folks who are there can really just come to some consistency around this and that there's some healing around it. Because when you're dealing with workplace harassment around your gender, around your sexuality, around your race, it hurts differently, especially when your heart is in the work. And so my heart goes to that minister who is doing that radical work of standing up for herself because, trust me, it is not easy. A couple more things. So we got barely a refund from First Energy. Apparently they have been charging us since 2017 this extra fee. The courts have said, nope, you can't do that. So when it comes, I think they got over like a couple $100 million off of us. Maybe it's like 150 million. Be that as it may, hobby never, as my mother would say. It's out of line, it's out of pocket. We might get a little bit of kickback, but it probably won't be much. So you can look that up on cleveland.com as well. And last but not least, y'all, fall is in the air. It was chilly last night. I turned my air conditioner off last night. We're ready for apple cider. I know everybody is about this pumpkin stuff, but as my best friend posted, listen, the apple cider has been hitting. Apple cider has been taking care of us. Apple cider needs all the love and all the respect. Put some respect on this apple cider because it is delicious, especially with a cinnamon stick in it and a little bit of cinnamon shaking on top. Bruh, I've been checking for some apple pie. Can y'all please let me know in the comments where the apple pie is in the city? Like, I need a really good apple pie. Those are really the only couple things that I really want to learn how to make and master. It's a good apple pie, a pound cake. What else do I want to learn how to bake? Apple pie, pound cake. I need to learn how to make some biscuits from scratch like my grandmother used to do. Them like old kind of like them knock biscuits. And I got to learn how to make T-Bazi's rolls. If y'all ain't had rolls from T-Bazi, try to get at me Thanksgiving and Christmas because she only does it twice a year. But I'm excited for fall. I'm ready. It just smells like back to school in the air and all of that. And so that's all I got for y'all today. It's been 20 minutes. I went a little bit longer than usual because I decided to go live. I hope y'all are doing well. Let's see. So FES is now going to charge more thanks to HB6. All right, Chad, I'm going to inbox you to learn more about that because, yeah, I need to learn more about that. So I just want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Listen, it's Friday. We're going into the weekend. I am encouraging you, if you are from Cleveland or you're coming to Cleveland, get out into the city. Go sit by the water. I went to go sit by the water this week with my friends and just chilled out, listened to some music, just talked and caught up. You know, we have to enjoy these outdoor things and store up on our vitamin D while we can because y'all know that hawk is coming. Because fall be like, you be like, hey, fall, you coming over? Fall be like, who all there? We all here, come on. All right, I'm only staying for a minute. Because y'all know fall going to be here for like 2.5 seconds before this hawk come out. And we going to all be shivering and mad and talking about the cold. So y'all know into September, we probably going to have a little bit more of like that heat. But then it's coming. I'm ready for layers because I'm big. I like scarves. I like a t-shirt with a button down. I want to put on my jean jacket. I'm ready for my winter boots. My boots and my sneakers have been looking at me like, when are you coming back? Because it's too hot to wear all these sneakers. So I love y'all so much. Spend time with your loved ones, chosen or otherwise. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the city of Cleveland. I love you so much. I don't even know what else to say, but I'm excited. So y'all have a good one. Be easy. Till next time. I'll see you on Monday. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to So Fresh So CLE. Once again, I'm your host, Eris, Eady. I hope that you've enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment because I can't do this without you. Peace. Vinay Media, connecting the dots.